Hello everyone, my name is Amanda and I would like to present my critical inquiry for this video. I will tell you about the theme and what it is all about, what link does it have with my MA project, the issues and debates involved with it, as well as my key research questions, artifacts to analyze, methodologies I plan on using, and the key sources involved. Triggering atmospheres. How does design influence the human mind? How do we deal with atmosphere in the arts? How can we create a design or a piece of art that maximizes certain abilities of the mind or social exchanges? Miles Wagenfeld describes atmosphere as some kind of sensuous emission of sound, light, heat, and smell, a swirling climate of intangible effects generated by stationary objects. My research is not an evaluation of good or bad, or of beauty, but of influential factors that in design define the state of well-being and certain states of mind. Atmosphere has power on behavior. Designers should understand its influence and use it to create spaces that serve our individual needs. Zwei believes that understanding space better, and the atmosphere that will serve a space best, will help us refine the concept of space communication. I am interested in researching on how space and the environment can influence the human mind. We already all know that design plays a role on the feelings and emotions of any human being. A lot of factors play a part in this: colors, materials, distances, heights, light, shade, edges, or curves. But more precisely, I want to find out what factors would help create an atmosphere that would help with concentration, creativity, and productivity, and also social interaction. My project is based on a co-working, learning, and sharing library, and my critical inquiry will be beneficial for it, just like my research directly for my project will be beneficial for my critical inquiry. I wish to create a space and in it have an atmosphere, or more, that will be adapted to the needs of the visitors. Use factors to influence the human mind for good creativity and concentration. I will search for methods used to trigger atmospheres and what tools bring modern technologies to help designers do so. Here are some issues and debates involved that I picked. By triggering atmospheres, are we doing good or bad? Thoughts on the society of the spectacle. By Guy Debord. Atmospheres are contingent upon the historical and cultural context that condition their effects. The pervasive quality of a particular situation gets inside us and orients us towards particular actions and expressions. The staging of atmosphere can be a way of being together, a sharing of social reality. Atmosphere seems to be a more conscious aim in literary, cinematographic, and theatrical thought than in architecture. Debate on how important it should be in architecture. And here are some key questions for my research and critical inquiry. In design, how do colors act as a key function that grabs the attention of the user? How do they set the mood? How important is light when it comes to triggering atmospheres? How do designers and artists set the conditions in which the atmosphere appears? How is it relevant to their practice? What is the role of the audience when it comes to triggering an atmosphere? Who is responsible for triggering it? And how important is the factor of personality? Are arts and design an explicit strategy to transform the media for which we experience the world? How is spatial design powerful in doing so? How do cultural values, prior experiences, and personal backgrounds influence efforts to create an atmosphere? Atmosphere is intimately linked to the arts. As we know, artists look for emotion in the viewer. Designers have designed in the goal of creating an atmosphere, an experience to be lived. I selected a few artifacts to analyze for my critical inquiry using photography, interior design, scenography, amongst other designs. Methodologies I will be using are literature review and analysis, surveys, case studies, and grounded theories. And finally, to conclude my proposal, Here are a few key sources I will use for my critical inquiry. Thank you everyone for watching this video.